So we have the standard book of spells, and now we have the book of spells. Totally not confusing at all. Anyway, this new one was written by Miranda Goshawk and is one of the textbooks at Hogwarts. Not only that, but we also have the Vanishing Cabinet. And guess what? Both of these are summons. Yeah, I know, it's a little weird that a literal book of spells is a summon, but hey, welcome to the magical chaos! Let's break down how these cards work and how to actually make them useful in this video. So how do these cards work? Both the Book of Spells and Vanishing Cabinet cost 2 MP to play. But when you cast them, they'll consume all the MP you have left. The Book of Spells will multiply your remaining MP by 3, and the Vanishing Cabinet will multiply it by 1.5. That total becomes their charge count. Once summoned, the Book of Spells will start casting random spells every 4 to 5 seconds, as long as it's not casting something else, while the Vanishing Cabinet will summon random creatures. Each time they cast or summon, it subtracts that card's MP cost from their total charges. They'll keep going until they either run out of charges or get wrecked. The catch? The spells and creatures that they spit out are completely random. Could be game-changing, could be totally useless. Unlike the standard Book of Spells where you get a random set but choose when to cast, here it's all automated chaos. So which echoes work well with these cards? First, Neville is a great fit. Since these are summons, you want to keep them alive. Plus, both are stationary, so the Neville Fortress playstyle pairs well. Then you have Snape. Since most of your damage comes from your basic attacks, having random spells or creatures flying out helps apply pressure or force your opponents to reposition, so you can keep smacking them with normal attacks. And last, but certainly not least, you can use Dumbledore. Charging up both of these cards can also help quickly charge the Dumbledore Echo. And while you're waiting for those sweet high-level cards from Dumbledore, these guys give you some flashy spells and summons to go against your opponents. When it comes to which companions to use with the Book of Spells or Vanishing Cabinet, Cassandra and Daniel can keep these cards alive. Put Cassandra in the backline to snipe approaching threats, while Daniel offers some healing if your cards get attacked. And as an alternative to Cassandra, you can use Robin or Grob. They can be more offensive alternatives. They can move forward and take care of summons that are coming for your spellbook or cabinet. Dumbledore is also an awesome companion to use. The Dumbledore companion gives summons an insta-res when they get defeated. Oddly enough, this effect works when the Book of Spells and the Vanishing Cabinet lose all their charges. What's even more awesome is they come back with the same number of charges they had when they were first summoned. Now what about cards? Well, you can use Sidelong Apparition and Portkey to move the Book of Spells and Vanishing Cabinet away from spells that might destroy them, like Whizbangs. You can also use cards to try and keep your summons alive, like Protego or Essence of Dittany. You won't need Episky as much since these two summons don't move. Memory Vial would be good for movement and MP management. What's nice about using Memory Vial over the Niffler and Golden Snitch is that it can instantly give you 10 MP. Unfortunately, Memory Vial is another summon that you'll need to protect. Then to help defend the Book of Spells and the Vanishing Cabinet, you can use cards like Giant Squid, Weasley's Fireworks Box, and Firecraft. They'll defend to give your cards enough time to use up all of their charges. A card that won't benefit these two cards that normally benefits summons is the Swelling Solution. They don't really make the Book of Spells or Vanishing Cabinet cast spells or summon faster. When it comes to using the Book of Spells and the Vanishing Cabinet, you really only want one of these cards in your deck. The reason for it is that the effect you get from the Book of Spells and Vanishing Cabinet is totally random. Having both of these in your deck would be too much RNG, which equals too much risk. I mean, they could totally give you awesome spells and summons, but they could also give you something that won't be as useful. So, if you're going to have one of these cards in your deck, you'd want to have other cards that can be a source of steady damage on your opponents. The main function of these two cards is to help support your deck. Don't expect that these two cards will cast the finishing blow against your opponents. You'd still want to make sure to keep them alive to use up all of their charges, They don't really have a lot of hit points and can easily be defeated by a companion, summon, or spell. That being said, you don't want to use this card when it's the only thing in the field. So if you're feeling lucky, or maybe just like gambling with MP, give the Book of Spells or Vanishing Cabinet a shot. They might summon something epic and turn the tide of battle in your favor, or they might call in a Mooncalf and Portkey and leave you wondering why you even tried. Either way, it'll be entertaining. So until next time, fellow mages, see you in the wizarding world.
Magical move.